what does WoW need to make the people come back? I think honestly what WoW should do is exactly what they've kind of alluded to what they've been doing. Or alluded to what they've been doing. What I meant to say was I think that what WoW should do is do what they've been doing so far, but on a new, in a new way. Let me explain. Blizzard released Classic WoW, right? People have been talking for so long about the idea of a WoW 2, okay? People have said, oh, WoW 2, WoW 2. Most of us, though, have said, no, we don't need a WoW 2. We don't need a WoW 2. Just re-release the old game as it was, and let's just enjoy the good old days, right? Well, Blizzard did do that. They released Classic WoW. There were some complaints about it, obviously. They released it on the Nixxiom patch, so everybody was extremely overtuned for all of the content in it. But aside from that, you know, we had a great time playing Classic WoW. Classic WoW is a huge success for Blizzard. Awesome, great. TBC comes out. And then Blizzard gets this idea of, well, let's release Classic WoW, but with some changes now. You know, we've gave them OG Classic. Let's release this thing called Season of Mastery. I like Season of Mastery. In fact, now that they've given us Classic WoW and stuff, I would actually be fine with the idea of them releasing a version of Classic WoW and TBC and Wrath of the Lich King that is very much overhauled. For example, I think it would be interesting if they they've been upgrading all the models and stuff from the old world, the gnolls and the kobolds and stuff. Give us a fully graphically updated Classic WoW. Add more class quests to the game, because, you know, a lot of classes, you know, they get like a class quest at level 10, 20, and 30, and then they don't have any class quests up until 60. Add more class quests to the game, because why not? Maybe add some more dungeons to the game, or add new raid mechanics to the currently existing raid bosses. I think that would be cool. Like, you know, bring back, like, essentially release Classic 2.0. It's Classic, but with a bunch of new Blizzard crap developed in it. It wouldn't be Classic WoW, obviously. It'd be something different, but it'd be a lot of fun. I think that people like me, and I think a lot of people that are fans of the old game, or just fans of that OG time of World of Warcraft, Classic, TBC, and Wrath, when the game was at its pinnacle and at its height, would be interested in maybe checking something like that out again. As for the modern game, though, because that's probably where the question is alluding to, I think with the modern game, at this point, it's just a matter of... Hold on. Titties. All right. I think with the modern game, it's just a matter of a few things. I think really all they can do is they can take the modern game and they can try to make it a little bit more like the old game that they found so much success with. And we're seeing that with Dragonflight, with the return to like talent trees and stuff, bringing back the profession relevancy. Cool, yada, yada, yada. But also giving players things that they've been asking for a while, and really putting that time and effort and energy into bringing out the highest quality product that Blizzard can with these features. An example would be like player housing. Players have wanted player housing for forever. Garrisons don't count. That was not player housing. I want to be able to build a house, like just a little log cabin somewhere in Grizzly Hills, in Tirisfal Glades, in Ashenvale, and have a little instanced corner of the world that is mine. I can customize the way the house looks. Like I could have a Night Elf architecture themed home. I could have a Forsaken architecture themed home. I can put, you know, paintings on the walls. I can put rugs down. You know, it would add a new like element of progression in the game. It's something that so many other MMOs have. ESO, Star Wars: The Old Republic, even Lord of the Rings Online. You know, old as dirt MMOs like that. Why don't we have that in World of Warcraft? Players have wanted it for forever. Give it to us. But don't give us a half-assed version of it. Kind of like they gave us a half-assed version of Garrisons, right? I mean, Garrisons were great in concept. I mean, I'd love for them to revisit the idea of just not half-ass it like they did. Player housing definitely, I think, would be awesome. Guild halls, for example, or guild housing. Fuck, don't even give us player housing. Give us guild housing. I don't know. You know, give us like in Star Wars: The Old Republic, you have guild ships and shit that can fly around and, you know, orbit above planets and whatnot. Like, cool, you know, give us like guild halls and whatnot. That sounds awesome. Tuskar playable race. Obviously, if they had Tuskar playable allied race, everybody would come back to World of Warcraft. This would be the biggest game on the planet again, guaranteed within 24 hours. Guaranteed. I think that when it comes to the modern game, it's just a matter of trying to find a balance of taking the modern game and correcting the mistakes that they made along the way and bringing back a little of that old game feel, I suppose, and bringing that along with some of the features that people have been asking for a long time. People want a bard class or a minstrel class or a bard profession, a minstrel profession, or just more professions in general. People want more ways to play the game at endgame other than raiding and PvP. Listen, I've raided and I've done the PvP stuff. I've done the arena grinds. I've raided the bosses, and yes, it's fun. But like someone like me, not really interested in doing that as much anymore. I like to like level my ults and stuff. I like to make money at max level with my characters. I like to dick around and talk with people. Give me that bard profession. Seriously, give it to me. I would love to just use that to make my own music in the game, talk to players, dick around, and do some light role play. That'd be awesome. I would love it if they implemented new like types of gear. I mean, we've been looking at this same character screen since WoW first came out. I want more pieces of gear that I can wear. I want to be able to put a book on my side. I want to be able to wear a backpack. You know, I want things like that. That'd be great. There's so much potential in World of Warcraft. So many things that they can do, both small and big. Even something as small as this. I would love it if when you press C, there was a section here or something, and it was like description, character description, and you opened it up and it was just like TRP. Very, very simple. TRP is total roleplay. What you can do is you can select what kind of player are you, PvP, PvE, roleplay, or what, you know, and then you select PvP, and there's like a whole section. You can like then fill out all this information like, oh, when are you online? What do you like to do? Do you like to do battlegrounds? Are you looking for an arena team? Maybe a little area where you can write like a 1-paragraph description of who you are, what you're looking for, yada, yada, yada. If you're a role player, you can fill out your whole character's backstory, their eye color, their height, blah, 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 blah. PvE player, same thing. And, you know, and then when I right-click someone, I click them, and I'm like, oh, and I, like, inspect them. I can read their page, and I can be like, hey, this is a dude. He likes PvP. Like, even if I hover my mouse, like, over a guy, where it says fear him down there, level 60 humanoid, it would say fear him, PvP player, or something. And then I could be like, oh, he's a PvP player. Click him, right click, inspect, and then it would be like, oh, you know, he's looking for an arena team partner right now or something, and I could talk to him or whatever. It's a way of being able to, through like a little bit of text, present to people information about you just with a simple right click and inspect. I think that'd be awesome. I know there are add-ons that do that already, like TRP, for example, just mentioned it. But the thing is that why isn't something like that in the game by default? Role players would love it. PvP players would love it. PvE players would love it. It's fine.
Plus, I saw a post once where someone said that warlocks should be able to tame different demons.
Even things like that, yeah. Like bring back some like hunter pet talents. Bring back the idea or introduce idea of warlocks being able to tame different types of demons and things. Really keep expanding on the class fantasy. And really, you know, when it comes to the game, Mr. Komulek, thank you for the Prime Gaming. When it comes to the game, really try to expand on just the world building element of World of Warcraft. You know, try to expand on like just the little things. The like I don't know, just interactable things like out in the world, things that we can discover and find. Like what happened to all the lore books, for example? Remember in classic WoW, there's lore books everywhere? There'd be like a book sitting on this table and you right click it and you can read a book all about the ordering of the cosmos and stuff. Oh, like little things like that. Whatever, or even like how a lot of the old world is very empty, aka Gilneas. Go to Gilneas and start filling those homes with lanterns and sofas and things. Like, don't just leave them as empty buildings. Put some mini games into the game. Like in Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy has a ton of mini games in them, and it's fantastic. Guild Wars 2 has mini games and stuff in it, and it's fantastic. Bring some mini games back. The point is that when it comes to like classic WoW, for example, classic WoW or a classic, you know, that OG time of WoW, classic TBC Wrath. I mean, you can right now hold on.
Is pretty much what Final Fantasy 14 just recently implemented via adventurer plates. Allow people to customize their character profile, like what times they are on,
Yep.
what type of player they are, etc.
Yes, I saw this. I also saw all the pictures that people were uploading on the character profile like things of them like jacking off and flashing their cooters and stuff. It was awesome. But yes, you know, just like that. Fantastic. I've been talking about that for years. Like, hey, implement something like that into World of Warcraft. It'd be cool. The point is, what I was going to say is that, you know, you can't change, or like you can make like some big changes to OG WoW, like classic TVC and Wrath, if you're just kind of dedicated to, hey, we're going to kind of restart WoW fresh. You know, we're going to update the graphics. We're going to make some big changes. It's not supposed to be a re-release of Classic. It is Classic 2.0. Bitch. More dungeons, more class quests, more raid mechanics, etc., etc., you know, so on and so forth. That would be cool. But there's only so much that I think you would be able to do and like put into it before it wouldn't even feel like classic anymore. But with the modern game, you can do whatever you want. So I would say with the modern game, the sky is the limit. Go crazy with it. Those are my thoughts. What I think that, or some of the things that I think that Blizzard should do with the modern game and possibly with classic WoW going forward. Because I'll tell you, if Blizzard announced, look, this is just me. If Blizzard said tomorrow, hey, we're gonna make a whole player housing system in Dragonflight, for example, I'd be very excited. Or if Blizzard said, hey, we're gonna re-release Classic WoW for a third time, but it's gonna be called Classic 2.0 or Classic Reforged or something. Probably wouldn't be the best name considering, yeah, but you know, Classic 2.0. It's gonna have more dungeons and, you know, we're updating the spell effects, and it's gonna have you know, more class quests and more this and more that. You know, it's classic WoW. We're keeping the classic experience. We're just giving you more of it. Great. I would definitely play it. 100%. So, yep. Don't you think WoW 2 would be better? No, I don't think so. Because WoW 2 is just like what would they do with WoW 2? It would just be an expansion to the current game. You know, like what would WoW 2 look like? Would it just be like it would just be World of Warcraft and Unreal Engine 5 or something? So, no, I just think, no, just like continuing on with expansions and adding new features to the game, or even going back and, you know, maybe changing up the old game and adding some like, some big changes there would be kind of cool for the future. So, yes.